Hello everyone, Randy here, and welcome back to Snettertons Farm. Continuing our winter harvest of crops here, or winter crops harvest, maybe I should say. I went ahead and picked up a new tractor and a grain cart here, and I'm heading out to field 19. Field 19. We got, I believe it's millet on that field, and we're harvesting that this episode. And seeing as how I haven't tried out the John Deere 8RT yet, I figured we'd give that a try. So we got an 8370 RT, and we're pulling a Kinze grain cart here, Kinze 1300. So we got tracks all the way around here, tracks on the tractor, and tracks on the grain cart as well. And we got our large versatile combine down there at the moment. Figuring it's a little bit bigger field. Biggest combine we have on the field here at the moment. And we still have the 9610 working out on field 8. Probably about halfway done with that field. That is the oat field there. Ace is running unloading duty there. Okay, let's get GPS set up here. Not sure if I grabbed the wrong header here, if this is actually the header I got for the versatile combine. This appears to be a little bit smaller McDon header. I'm guessing I must have grabbed the wrong one because I thought I had a larger header for the versatile combine. But oh well, it'll work. Probably make it a little easier for our course play to unload us here as well. And as I mentioned, we're getting towards the end of the Snettertons Farm series here. Thinking maybe one more episode after this, and then of course we'll kind of do a wrap-up episode as well. We'll have to tap through all the equipment we have, which, you know, if we bring up the vehicle group switcher here, we have a lot of equipment. That's, I don't know, is that even everything on the list? Most of it's on the list, I guess. There's just a Massey Ferguson, an Alice Chalmers, and a Krone Big M that's not on the list. And then, of course, once we're done with this, we'll be switching to a new map here. Got one in mind, possibly two. I want to look at one more map yet, and then we'll probably make the decision from there. And for the multiplayer servers as well, at least server 2, which is what I typically do my videos from. That's server 2. We switched to a new map on server 2. Server 2 is now the Horse Aggravation map. So for those who are familiar with the Horse Pack and the Horse Aggravation map, that is the map we now have on server 2. Of course, we start a new series on that as well, so lots of new stuff coming up here for videos as far as maps go anyway. Just not sure why the combine missed that little bit there. And I'm pretty sure I have grain cart courses and everything loaded up for this field already, so we should be good that way. Might have to get a truck down here too. That'd probably be a good idea. Oh, 9610's blocked. Blocked is in a bad way, or... Oh yeah, he won't unload. Okay. This combine is proving to be quite annoying. Should really take a moment just to see once what. There we go. Like, you're right over. There we go. Finally, like right over the gravity wagon there, and still will not unload. All I know is the, well, I don't actually know nothing about that. I'm just guessing here the trigger is too low on that combine. I haven't actually taken the time to look at that, but just a guess there. Another fine example there of modders that maybe need to test their stuff a little bit more. Could be the gravity wagon's fault as well, although I don't think so. You know, there's always the possibility the fill plane on the gravity wagon is set too high. That's a possibility as well. That's pretty silly if you ask me when you got the gravity wagon and a rather large combine, a John Deere 9610, which is a good-sized combine that cannot unload into a gravity wagon. Even most smaller combines can unload into a gravity wagon. Okay, once we get back here, probably should get courseplay going because we're going to be full or real close to being full by the time we get to the end of the row here. Okay, courseplay, field 19. Load tractor. Be nice to get one more headland down here, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. We might have to manually unload the combine here for the first time here. Oh, we might be able to make the turn. We'll see once without crashing into the hedge. One thing I noticed with the 8R here, it looks really wide with the kind of the narrower tracks. Really, probably maybe should have got the 9RT just to compare them, see which one's actually wider. There we go. And seeing as how we are so close to the end here, we'll just unload here a moment and wait. And of course, like I mentioned here, just working on the crops that are ready to harvest here. Got 19, 6, 7, and 8, and 22. What is on 22 here again? 22 is, oh yes, that's our triticale field. That is ready to harvest as well. Again, all the crops that are replanted last fall are winter crops. And we'll read some comments here a moment. VRK was saying hi. The Ped was asking, will the farming simulator wheel work for OMSI? OMSI bus simulator, I'm assuming. And as long as OMSI supports a controller, which as far as I know it does. I personally have never played the game, but as far as I know it supports a controller. So yes, it should work. That's probably a question I get asked quite frequently about the farming simulator wheel. Will it work for other games? As long as the other game, whatever it is, supports a controller, it will work. You know, just, you gotta ask, does the game support a controller? Doesn't matter what it supports. As long as it supports a controller, the farming simulator wheel should work. Bottle Goo is saying, I'm getting a farming simulator wheel for Christmas. Cool. Mathos was asking, what happened to the tree? The tree on the Platinum DLC map. I believe somebody took a chainsaw to it. Kiffer was asking, can you use 2 joysticks for Forestry and Farming Simulator 17? Kind of like how you use the backhoe with 2 sticks. I've not tried it for 17, but you could in 15, so I'm assuming you can in 17 as well. I wouldn't know why not. I'm pretty sure for those of you familiar with FDR logging, I believe that's probably how he plays. But like I said, I did try that in 15. It is pretty cool. be able to control it with 2 joysticks. My only issue was I had 2 right-handed joysticks, so it's a little bit hard to use your left hand on a right-handed joystick. Walker was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. Nolan was saying, I got my Consoles Suck t-shirt yesterday. Great material. Might have to get a long sleeve version as well. And yes, for those of you who keep asking, every now and then I do get asked, do we have any merchandise available? Yes, we do. If you check the link in the description there, link to some t-shirts and some other miscellaneous stuff. We just got kind of the 2 versions of the t-shirts at the moment. We got the Consoles Suck version for the Drummond Farm competition there. And then we just got the regular R.D. Allen t-shirt as well. Nolan was also saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. Zombie Killer was saying, why did you cut the tree down? It looks so beautiful. Well, seeing as how we figured, like I said, wrapping it up for the season, we had to cut the tree down. Just too bad we couldn't actually get the main part of the tree there. Again, I don't know if you can't cut that down or if I just couldn't get it in the right spot. It seems like we did get the cut to show up there one time, but just for a split second. So I'm guessing if you're getting just the right spot, it might cut down, but getting in just the right spot. Perry was saying you should check out the Lincoln Creek map. I have not heard of that one. A lot of absolute creek in the name here coming out lately, it seems like. Corey was saying, I just got the Platinum DLC and you stopped the map with it. Just my luck. Well, that doesn't mean you still can't join. You're still more than welcome to join us. Yes, again, we're done with the Platinum DLC. Not to say we won't play with it again in the future, though. We probably won't play on the map again. But we might play with the Platinum DLC, seeing as how there is other equipment in the DLC with it. Oh, the 9610's blocked again. Why are you blocked? Is he just unloading? No, he is blocked. Oh, this time it's the case's fault. I don't quite understand why Courseplay does that sometimes. It comes in at an angle to the tractor and it's like aims right for the header. Something I noticed, was it maybe, it might have been actually back in 15, actually, it started doing that, I think. I'm trying to remember now. I remember when it started happening, it didn't, whoa, lady, that, your arm looks, you need help with that? That looks a little painful, twisted back behind there like that. But, yeah, back in, I think it was 15, maybe, it started doing that. It'd come in at an angle to the combine. It's like, really? What in the world? Whatever. Oh, the 8R is going to have a problem. 8R Tia. Because he's on automatic mode, Courseplay will not detect the combine if it's not on the field. Brady was asking, for a GPS mod, is there a way to get the auto steer to engage automatically every turn instead of hitting Control W? Well, you can go to, how about we call it full auto mode then? Right now I kind of use the auto steer, but I manually turn it on at the end of every, or the start of every row. And I always manually turn myself. But if you don't want to do that, down in the bottom here, GPS and field mode. You can click that. The first mode here, it'll stop when it gets to the end of the field. And then if you click it again, this switches it to auto mode. So now it will automatically turn at the end of the field. I typically don't use this because, in my opinion, GPS doesn't do that great of a job at turning usually. We'll see how it does with the combine here. So at this point, I can pretty much just sit back and watch it. I don't have to do anything now, or shouldn't have to anyway, assuming GPS can make the turn. And once we get turned around here, we'll go pull the 8RT back on the field. Two ways you can fix that. Either A, you can move him back onto the field, and he'll be fine again. Or two, you can switch him to manual, and then manually select the versatile combine here. That tells me he's going to skip a row, because I don't think he's quite going to get... No, you know, he's okay. He's going to make it. But right there, that's kind of why I don't use the automatic turning. Actually, might be able to adjust that a little bit. 2 lanes, nope. We could go every other lane. That would probably help a lot. I thought there was an option here too to increase, decrease the distance. Maybe not. Oh, maybe not. That might be a course play I'm thinking of that can do some of that. Let's fix the 8RT here a moment. Half full on the grain cart here already. Like I said, might have to get a truck down here. Oh, might have to. Probably will have to get a truck down here. Kane was saying hello. Samuel was saying a new map soon, please. Just a Belgian gamer was saying great video. Thank you very much for that. And here's a comment. I think I answered this in the last video, but I'll answer it here on Snettertons as well. For those of you that want the Snettertons save game here, again, you know, in order for all the equipment I have to show up on the map, you'll have to have all that equipment. But for those of you who want the Snettertons save game, I'll place it probably on a Dropbox, and then for those of you who would like it, you can download it. But like I said, for all the equipment I have to show up, you're going to have those mods. Otherwise, the equipment simply is just not going to show up. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, so if you don't have the equipment, don't worry. It'll still load. Just the equipment won't show up for you. And here again, GPS should automatically turn. I'm actually going to stop in here a moment because still unloading there with course play. Here again, our course play is going to get, it's going to run right into the hedge. Wow, look at that. Brilliant work there, course play. Probably really should update my version of course play here again. It's been a little bit of time here since I've updated it. Alexander was saying I should play at No Creek Farms for the next map. That is one of the ones I am looking at. Kind of narrowed it down to, I guess you could say, 3 maps. Looking at one in particular. And no hints at this point as to which one that is, but you'll have to wait and see. And depending on which map we go with, too, it'll depend on what equipment we're going to use. We'll have to, again, wait and see which map I'm going to finally go with here. Oh, 9610's blocked again. Really? Again? Ah, yes. Note. Gravity wagon. Pipe. Pipe is over said gravity wagon. It's no working. I wonder why it's not. There we go. Yeah, something tells me I don't plan on ever using this combine here again. If I got to fight with it to get it to unload all the time, not worth it. And it's kind of a shame, too, because like I said, it's not the greatest looking combine, but it's not terrible either. You definitely use some higher res details, maybe, but... Okay, back to our own harvesting here, and I'm going to shut off the end field mode here. Actually, I can, we'll switch to this one here. There's basically 3 modes here. You got off, you got stop, and then you got auto turn. And again, I do have a video on the actual GPS mod, so if you want more information on the GPS mod, I've got a whole video dedicated to the GPS mod. You can go to my channel page there, and under the About section there, or How To section, you can find a whole bunch of videos on a whole bunch of different stuff. You know, GPS mod, course play, and other random stuff as well. So, like I said, in this case, we're on end field mode, and with that, the combine automatically stops. And probably if I had a larger header on here, course play, or not course play, GPS. GPS might do a little bit better job of turning as well. Like I said, could definitely have a larger header on here. So I must have grabbed the wrong header. This was the header that was connected to the combine in the shed there. Hey, you know what? Let's go look at the shed here. Okay, yeah, I must have them on the wrong side, because notice the John Deere, this has to be the 45-foot header here. So I must have had the combines parked on the wrong side or something, because the Versatile was on this side. I think that's the 35-foot header that I have for the John Deere. And then the John Deere 8820 here is over on the large header. Oh yeah, I could tell, yep. Because the McDon header I got for the Versatile had an orange stripe on it. The one I'm using now probably has a green stripe. I didn't even look at that. It does, yes. Force play to unload here. Oh, no, we're gonna need a truck, aren't we? Let's grab a truck here a moment. How about this one? Sure. And we'll load up field 19 course. And the course should go through here somewhere, so we can just tell course play to pick it up here. Oh, perfect, right through there. Okay, drive course. Let's turn that off. Oh, course play's actually going to empty. Okay, well, the truck will be there shortly, hopefully. Oh yes, the 8RT has reached the overload point. Again, rather interesting in the game here. You got how many different names for overloaders, grain carts, auger wagons. Again, typically where I'm called, we usually call them grain carts. Course play calls them overloaders. The game calls them auger wagons. Truck's maybe about halfway here. an eye on what the 9610 here is doing. I'm not sure what's going on up there. It says it's blocked. Of course, he's turning around. If he's blocked, it must be blocked by something else. The smaller header here, I'm surprised we're making pretty good progress on this field. Makes a big difference when you have, Courseplay helping you unload the combine. You can just keep the combine rolling. Don't have to sit here starting and stopping all the time, going to grab a unloading tractor or trailer. One thing we actually are going to have an issue with here now, because we're over crops, Courseplay's not going to promptly come unload us. But we are going to go over here and turn off pathfinding to deactivated. That way Courseplay's a little more prompt about unloading. Anyway, looking at the time, I think with that we'll wrap up the episode here. Like I said, kind of planning probably one more episode after this, and then of course we'll do a wrap-up episode as well. Might be fairly quick wrap-up episode. And we'll just kind of go through the vehicles, go through what we own. Yeah, I don't know anything else I can think of as well for that. But anyway, like I said, with that, we'll wrap it up here. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.